Zach Noe Towers.
Jake Hart,
Hello.
you yank the cord out first thing you do. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm already fucking it up.
No, you're great. I love that this is your you're losing a virginity of sorts.
It just feels right, doesn't it?
Yes.
First podcast ever. I hope you're gentle.
I won't be. Tower bottom.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Wait, so but you are a social worker model,
Yeah.
Go back and forth.
Yeah, kind of go back. Not together, but separate. Yeah.
Maybe that's the thing.
Is that how I have to like bridge the gap?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what that would look like.
In LA though, it's possible.
LA would be the place to do it for sure.
Well, okay, so I'm excited for this because we just met like 4 days ago
Seriously.
through
And
a mutual friend.
it was love at first sight. I feel like we immediately bonded.
We did.
Yeah.
At first, over the fact that we weren't drinking, and then Celsius
yeah.
was another moment. Celsius, shout out, future sponsor.
Shameless plug for Celsius. I love it.
As if they need it.
Yeah.
I actually just found out that Celsius has been around since like 2006.
That's crazy.
I know.
That's actually crazy because I feel like it just came out
Right?
this year.
Not the case.
It's like very big in the gym community.
So it was in CrossFit gyms like constantly,
Oh, okay.
and now it's in
For
my
sober
my living room, which is a CrossFit gym of sorts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you do a lot of workouts.
depending on the day. Okay, no, but so yes, you again. I'm excited to do this because you like very actively said that you were a sex positive person.
I would like to think so. Yeah.
Because I have a bunch of dick art around.
Oh, love your dick art.
Thank you.
I actually have a gift for you. I meant to bring it. Wow, how rude am I?
Jake literally brought. I said, he was like, "Do you want any food?" I was like, "No, I'm okay." And I was like, "But I'd eat something sweet." He brought a half dozen of Trejo's donuts.
They're delicious.
He's daddy. That's all I'm saying.
I am daddy for sure.
You love that. Wait, is that part of your sexual dynamic?
Totally.
Is it?
It totally is. Like, especially with older men, I love making older men call me daddy. It's a weird power trip for sure.
Oh my God.
Are you into that?
I mean, yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah, and even like throw a sir in front of it, like Sir Daddy.
Oh, I definitely love so I'm definitely it's interesting because I'm getting older too, but like sir boy dynamic kind of
you're
like
into that?
I mean, yeah.
And like you're into like being called like, oh, you're such a good boy, all that.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my vibe for sure.
Nice. It's so funny too because you are a listener and you're kind of like not soft spoken but kind of soft spoken.
Yeah, laid back, chill.
But is that where kind of like the daddy vibe comes from, like this confident like stoic thing?
Yeah, maybe. I have this philosophy that like some people are like bottoms in real life and then like tops in bed and vice versa. Like some people like need a lot of control in life and then they just want to get thrown around.
Yes.
And I think like I am kind of a little more passive in life, go with the flow, chill. But then in bed, it's like I have control. It's like what I like. And yeah, so I really kind of lean into like the top daddy vibe.
That's so exciting.
I also think that people think I am a bottom.
I thought you were.
Yeah, I think it's the lips. I think I have a bottom face. I just have these big juicy dick sucking lips, and that just is like, oh, I'm like, I'll do whatever you want. But then, and I think that's why, like,
and you're demure, kind of like, you know what I mean?
Okay,
and the fact that you're a model, but like the big pouty lips, you have like big like baby deer eyes.
And I look up like,
me.
Oh,
I thought you were just one of those 6'2" bottoms terrorizing the gay community.
No, I'm just a 6'2" top terrorizing the community.
Hell yeah. No,
For
people are excited to have you in the community.
Hit me up if you're a bottom that wants to be terrorized. If you want me to ruin your life.
Wow.
We can drop the handle.
1 hour at a time. Have you ever thought about doing sex work?
yes for the money, but I don't know.
Not for the soul.
I think that would be hard for me. What about you? Would you do it?
I at one point in college, this daddy who is like a divorced man with kids, he would pay like $150 to blow me.
Oh, amazing.
So I have kind of done sex work, but it was like poor college student vibes. $150 to get my dick sucked.
And you just gotta like lay back.
Yeah.
So you could like close your eyes if you want.
Yeah, he put on porn.
Oh, nice.
And he was a nice guy.
Oh, amazing.
So it was like, honestly, like for me, that was like the perfect amount of, I don't think I could let a guy like come in me, like fuck me. And you know, unless it was like one of those situations where it's like, we both didn't need the money, but he's like, I'm going to pay for your hole tonight or something.
Huh.
Does that make sense?
Like kind of like a kink vibe.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Like a power thing.
Yeah, like you're going to be my sex worker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My slut.
I like that.
Yeah.
I would be a sex worker too if the other person was like super hot and wanted to pay me.
Sure.
I think that's like my kind of vibe.
Yes.
For sure. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, then I go back and forth on this too, because it's like we've all like put up with things with sex at the other end of them, sort of. Like all I'm saying is like we've all, I think, paid for sex in one way or another, or been paid for sex.
Like in regards to like going on a date and paying for all this stuff for this other person, or like
not with like the motive of getting sex for it, but it feels like, I don't know, I feel like I've been paid in other ways than monetarily. But maybe that's just me.
No, I get that. I feel like like sex in a lot of ways is the end goal, and then you kind of are doing things for it.
For sure. Oh, that definitely exists in the straight community, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
You think it's like, I bought her a bracelet so she'd suck my dick on this trip.
Luckily in the gay community, you have to do the bare minimum. Like you can just like trip and fall into a hole. You know what I mean?
Truly. Do you feel like we're doing this so out of order, but it's a good conversation. Do you feel like top privilege is a thing, and like do you have like when you want sex, do you like it's easy, it's what you want, it's like how you want it, it's like
that is such a great question. So I get that a lot, like, oh wow, you're so lucky you're a top in LA, it's a city full of bottoms.
Yeah.
Which maybe I'm just a greedy top, because I'm like, I don't necessarily feel like that's true. Or maybe I've just gone through all of the bottoms in LA. But I don't like, I guess I don't feel like it's super easy to always get the sex that I'm looking for. I also like a little bit of a connection first. I've actually am off the apps. I've like deleted all of them.
Really?
But you know, like next week, talk to me and they might all be back.
Yes. I finally stopped deleting Grindr because I was like, stop playing this game with yourself. Like, just practice self-control and don't open it.
Do you feel like your mental health is affected by having Grindr or not?
I don't think Grindr has really had much of a positive effect on my mental health, but I've also stripped it of its power for the most part, so it's not having a negative effect either.
I'm still in like the camp where it does still kind of affect me
negatively.
I think so.
Okay.
It just like is sometimes can be too much of a time suck, and then
definitely a time suck.
I always feel better when it's deleted, when it's like
you feel
gone.
free.
I feel free,
and you're like, oh wow, I got an hour, 2 hours back from my day.
Right.
You know, yeah,
right.
I feel that.
Yeah,
I think we've all ridden that roller coaster that is Grindr. What are the other apps you use?
I was on Hinge, and then I did Raya for a bit.
Raya was so useless. Will you just make sure you put that?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I just want to make sure I get your creamy voice.
See, you have to top me right now. You have to show me how to do it. First podcast, like
daddy,
hold it this way, put it closer to your mouth.
Close your mouth, just right there on those juicy lips.
I want it like even closer, you know. But yeah, Raya was such a waste of time.
Do they still do the slideshows where it's like to a song? It used to be like you had to pick a song and like. Anyway.
Yeah, and I was like always so self-conscious about my song.
Yeah.
And
there's no right song to pick for that.
Did you ever meet up with anybody from Riot? Never, right? It's like, do people meet up on that? Sorry,
I honestly
Raya, throwing you under the bus.
I don't care. They're not sponsoring this. Do better, Raya. No, with like Tinder, I have all these matches and almost no active conversations. I really feel like it's just like for like a self-esteem boost to like get matches, and then I don't know. That's been my experience though.
Yeah, I felt the exact same way on Hinge. Like you would match with so many people and then
hey, what's up?
Yeah, hey, what's up? Hey, what's up?
How's your Halloween?
Yeah, never.
Maybe nothing, maybe one.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about best practices. How do you like go on a date in LA?
Are you asking me?
Yeah. What do you think is the key?
That's really tough. I don't even know when. No, I guess I've been on dates in the past like year. Well, the pandemic was a fucking mind fuck. Wait, how long have you been in LA?
Since the pandemic, and then I was in New York for a little bit before that, and then like I went to college in LA. And
oh, okay.
So I've been here like a total of 9 years.
Wait, Chapman? No.
LMU.
LMU. Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. And Chapman's not even in LA. Stupid. During the pandemic, it was nice because you really had to vet them and like, am I willing to risk getting COVID
oh my gosh
for this person? And then it was usually, so I would usually get guys to FaceTime first to like test out chemistry to see if I wanted to go on a walk and like get a coffee with them.
Yes.
But since then, like I really, for first dates, because I don't know what the chemistry is going to be like, I want it to be as like chill, low stakes, short as possible.
Yeah.
And then go from there.
Yeah. I was absolutely interrogating everybody during COVID. And because these gays, you can't trust them either.
No.
You know, there was a whole gays over COVID, going to Puerto Vallarta and all that. So it actually did, I guess, could be a positive, overall positive thing, because it did really make me like ask deeper questions before you would meet up with them. So
like, do you believe in science? Do you Stuff that would not come up on a gay date.
Totally. Do you believe in science? Which is really important, compatibility wise.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd be surprised at how many people don't believe in science.
Or just haven't heard of it.
It's not important.
Like, is she a drag queen?
Yeah.
Wait, so okay, for the listeners' sake who are like, they are all over the place.
Sorry.
No, it's not
I'm
you.
just going
It's not you. It's not you. It's not you. I love it. And it's a great conversation. Do you remember the first thing that made you horny? Like when you were younger, or like when you became aware of sex?
Yeah, I was really young actually.
Really?
It was with like a neighbor kid, and like probably like 6 years old.
Sure.
And I think we like were just like naked, like looking at each other's bodies.
Sure.
And I think we like kind of did that for a little while, for I don't know, like 6 months or something. And then one time we got caught by his dad. And then I think that's like when the shame hit.
Sure.
And I probably am like screwed up from that moment from now until forever.
Yeah, that's your daddy thing. And now you're like fucking daddies because they're like,
wow,
they caught you. And you're like, no, I'm going to fucking teach you a lesson.
Wow, it all comes back to childhood trauma.
Who knew?
Who knew?
No, wait. Did you know you were gay then?
I didn't know. Well, I guess it was with a boy. So,
but that doesn't mean anything. Straight guys did a ton of gay shit.
Yeah, I actually don't know if I knew quite what gay was, and then I kind of had like a quiet moment, and it wasn't until like I was a late bloomer. And it wasn't until I was like 14 or 15. And what kind of got me was, do you remember Daniel Radcliffe in that like horseplay?
Equus.
Yeah. I saw a picture of him,
of course,
standing naked next to a horse, flaccid. And I was like,
I can see his dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow.
I want some
Harry Potter, come on over. And that's kind of when I started really realizing like, okay, yeah,
something's up.
I don't feel this way towards women. And I don't think it's just a wizard kink. Like, I think it's probably more than that. And so that was kind of when I really started exploring through the interwebs.
Oh, blessing and a curse.
Yeah.
Do you remember the first time you had an orgasm?
It was
Taquis?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was like, am I gonna pee? Like, I didn't
what
quite,
is this?
Yeah, I didn't know what this was, and I don't even know if I can't remember if I had like a wet dream before that or not.
Sure.
I was just like, what's going on here?
You were just like literally playing with yourself.
Yeah, and I didn't really have any like guides. Like
Siblings?
I have two older sisters, but they weren't like jerking off. Well, they could have been, but not like,
Sure.
not
with
in the same way.
penises to Daniel Radcliffe.
Totally. And I like grew up in a pretty religious household.
What kind of religion?
I grew up in a Christian Reform, which is like a Dutch church, but we're not even Dutch. It's just kind of the church that my parents chose.
Okay.
And it's kind of like that cool, like non-denominational,
okay.
like, kind of we rock out.
Like we have a lesbian speaker.
No. Cool. No. Unfortunately, not at all. No.
But there's like a band or something.
Yeah, like the singing was cool as kind of
cool.
Yeah, but no, there was definitely like homophobic, like sermons and stuff like that. So, and
were your parents also homophobic?
Not
outwardly,
but
they weren't like, yay, a gay person.
They were. I like grew up in purity culture. Like we all got purity rings.
Is that a promise ring?
Yeah. Promise ring to not have sex until you're married, which I still have mine on, obviously.
Is that the alien?
No, I'm teasing.
It's a cock ring now. You're like, and I never took it off.
Yeah.
You've just been hard this whole time.
This entire time since I've been 14.
Your dick would have fallen off a long time ago. Okay. So, Daniel, do you remember your first sexual experience with another person? Not counting the 6-year-old thing. I guess a more sexual, like with intention.
Yeah, I was with a girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
So were you trying to suppress?
1,000%. Oh my gosh. Because of growing up in the church.
Got it.
I was not about being gay.
Did you think purity was cool at the time?
Oh, it was like my best friend was Mormon. Like kind of the people that I hung out with, that was kind of the vibe.
Okay.
Yeah, my family, my parents' best friends were all in this Bible study together, so it was like very part of the culture to be like you were weird if you were having sex.
Yeah,
for
you're going to hell and stuff.
Yeah. So, yeah, and that kind of worked out well for me. As far as hooking up with girls, I didn't have to like do anything that I didn't want to do.
Like Jesus.
I was like Jesus.
Yeah.
Exactly. I was like Jesus.
And they thought you were probably hotter because of it.
Probably not.
Okay.
I was not cute back in high school.
Really?
Yeah. Total ugly duckling.
Were you tall?
Not really.
Okay.
Yeah. I really was a late bloomer, so I kind of had these lips the entire time, but my face was really round, so I kind of looked like a cherub.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
like
Porky
Cupid.
Pig.
Yeah. And I was kind of like a little like rounder in all sorts
thick.
of ways. Yeah.
Wow. And then then a professional model was lying under there.
I guess I had something to prove or something.
Do you think, this is a sidebar, do you think growing up the way you did makes you even hotter now? Because like you have the looks and like the personality.
Well, I wouldn't say I have the personality.
Okay.
No, I think because I was like not cute, that you really do have to have other
qualities.
Tricks in your pocket to get people to like you. So yeah, I think that was helpful to be ugly. Yeah. You heard it here first.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Oh, is it with a girl, the sexual experience?
Yeah, it was just she was older. Maybe I do have a thing for older folks. She was 2 years older than me.
Whoa.
Scandalous. Well,
was it sophomore, senior?
We're talking like real sexual, right?
I mean, whatever you consider.
Because like I like had kiss girls and stuff like that.
Okay.
But
yeah, I guess like if your penis was around.
It was probably like my sophomore, junior year. And we were making out in my basement and like shirts came off. Yeah.
Whoa.
And I like it's gonna sound weird coming out of my mouth, but I like sucked on her
You sucked on her titties?
on her titties. Yeah. And that was crazy. And then I kind of like rubbed her vagina through her jeans.
Same. I did that a bunch. Make out and rub it over jeans.
And I was like sanding her vagina probably. I'm so sorry to her. She was probably like, this is the worst thing ever.
She probably was. I mean,
but maybe, who knows? Maybe some denim on some clit feels good.
I'm getting horny thinking about it.
So that was also your MO.
So when I had like a pair up, like my friend had an attic bedroom, and like we'd all come back from like a party and kind of like pair up with girls, and I'd like make out with a girl and like rub her vagina over jeans.
How would you guys pair up? Like,
it was like, it was like just the chemistry of like the evening, like, or if blank was dating blank, she brought blank and blank, and then me and blank were like there too.
Got it.
So it's just kind of like it just happened and drunk,
Yeah. And was there ever like a fun boy in the mix?
Oh yeah. I mean, for me, I blew 2 of my guy friends in high school.
Oh, you're so lucky.
One was like a football player.
Hot.
Yeah.
Hot.
Yeah, it was I actually blew one of them, and then I blew both of them at the same like event, and then I blew the other one.
Wait, you blew like they were together,
like they were
waiting
like,
their
laying
turn,
in the same
patiently
bed.
waiting. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
It's so funny because all I wanted to do was suck a dick back then,
And you still do.
Still do. I do love
that.
like sucking dick is like one of my like favorite parts of
Living.
Yeah. Living, breathing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so then what do you remember your first like guy on guy thing?
Yeah, it was in college.
Okay.
And
In LA.
in LA.
At LMU.
Which is LMU is so gay, but nobody's out.
Really?
Is
it Christian?
It's Catholic.
Okay.
But they're like cool Catholics. They're Jesuits, which I feel like I don't really know too much about Catholicism, but I
grew
would
up
bring
Catholic.
them.
They're
like,
fun.
They're fun, right?
And like you can apologize later.
Right,
You can
they're like-
ask for
like-
forgiveness later.
Totally.
The girls are having anal because it's not their vagina. It's like, podcast, you can rail my asshole as if Jesus is not watching the back door.
Totally.
Anyway,
Totally. And
okay.
that's like, yeah, that's exactly how I feel about LMU.
Okay.
Like, everybody was getting railed in the back door.
Yeah, they were.
But yeah, he was a friend of my best friend, and we would like the first time, there's a bluff on campus, which like overlooks kind of the
It was like a
marina.
makeout point.
Yeah, and a lot of like kids would go and like make out there. And it was my freshman year, and we were out on the bluff, and our other friends left, and it was just me and him. And
Oh my God.
we made out, and I was like shaking, like physically shaking, and I was like I don't know if this was for your first time with a guy, like it was euphoric,
Yes.
but also terrifying at the same
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
And I think, yeah, like it looked like I had a seizure probably.
And he wasn't gay?
No, he was gay.
Oh.
Well, he said, we were freshmen in college.
We were both
like,
not gay.
Yeah, we were both not gay.
Who initiated it?
Right.
And did you know it was going to happen? Did you guys like wait it out on purpose?
I think, yeah. I think
we'll be down in like a minute.
Yeah, I think the vibe was there. I can't really remember that part, but I think like we must have been like eye fucking or whatever. But we were
Yeah.
also drunk. Like I
Okay.
would not have been able to do this sober.
Okay.
And then we probably made out for 30 seconds, and then I immediately blew him.
Stop.
Yeah, I immediately blew him, and he came in like 1 minute, and then in my mouth, which
Yeah.
was a wild sensation.
Sure.
And then I was like excited for my turn.
Yeah.
And he was just like, thanks, and then walked away, and I was devastated. And I was like, okay. And I was like, okay, like, that's cool. Like, he's just not quite on board yet. No worries. And because it was my first one, I was like, we're going to be boyfriends. Like, we're for sure going to be boyfriends.
No.
And so then we were kind of in the same friend group. So then I would text him like, hey, like, do you want to hang out? And he would just ghost me.
Oh my God.
And then, like once a month, I would get a text at like 2:30 a.m.
Hey, what are you doing?
What's up? And we would like go somewhere.
Oh, and you would like.
Oh, I would drop everything. I would drop everything. He was hot.
Okay.
Yeah, he was hot.
And your first.
And it was my first. And I thought we were going to like get married.
This is like college life.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. And
wait,
we're still friends today.
Stop.
Yeah.
Did you guys hook up ever?
No. And the tables have turned. Let's just say that.
Stop.
Yes.
So he's sucking your dick and you're walking away.
No. I'm just saying now he
is after you.
Not anymore, but he was after me for a period, which just felt so good. It's like,
yeah, you're like, I'm going to beat off to this concept.
Yeah, I see. I guess I really do love power dynamics. Turns me on.
Good.
Yeah. But he's a great friend. So wow. Yeah.
Did that break your heart, that experience?
It was a good lesson to learn.
Yeah.
That,
get your dick sucked first.
Yes, get your dick sucked first because you never know.
You never know if they're gonna suck it.
No, it was a good life lesson of people aren't gonna be exactly what you want them to be. And especially when you're dating somebody or you're into somebody, they just might not be into you, and that's okay. And you gotta like keep it moving.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of learned that young, because I think if he would have been somebody who would have like been as interested in me as I was with him, we would have like been one of those crazy toxic, like high school couple vibe, just
breaking into each other's phones.
Totally all that.
Scream fighting.
Yeah.
At a girl's like birthday party.
Absolutely.
I would have liked to see that though. Okay, wait. So that was your first like oral experience. Do you remember the first time you had anal with a guy?
Yeah. It was near here actually, Kings Road.
Oh my God.
We'll forever remember Kings Road.
You were in college though?
I was.
And you were traveling? Or like he hosted?
Yeah, I was. So do you remember chat roulette?
Oh my God.
Were you into it?
Yeah, I would come home from the bar if I hadn't hooked up with someone and like get on chat roulette.
Yeah.
And like jerk off with a guy.
So
you should come up like from Orange County. It's like, you should like come up here. Like, show me your hole. I'm like trying to like show my hole without show my face. Yeah.
So yeah, when I wasn't out, that was kind of my outlet, was to try to find these guys and like just have somebody who was gay to talk to about it.
Oh, to talk. You weren't like jerking off.
Yeah, no, I was a talker. I wanted, because I really didn't have any
gay friends
at that point, and then all of them turned out to be gay. Like three late. Yeah, a lot of lesbians
within college, or Okay.
I was a trailblazer though.
Yeah, you were,
of course. But yeah, I would get like during Christmas breaks and stuff, I would do the chat roulette, but the gay one, I think it was called chat random.
Okay.
And I would
There's also pink roulette. I don't know if that was gay.
Oh.
Go on. Sorry.
And then I would find these guys, like, chat with certain ones. And then there was this guy in LA, and again, he was older, much older. Like I was 18 and he was probably like 47.
Stop.
Yeah. And, he was like, and I was like, we just had a talking relationship for a while, and then
was he hot?
He was hot.
Okay,
he was super hot.
Okay,
in my 18-year-old mind, he was super hot. I don't want to know what he looks like now. Yeah, now that I'm 30, he's for sure dead. But eventually, he was like, "You should come to West Hollywood," and then.
Were you so excited?
Oh my gosh, so excited. And
had you guys been flirting or just talking?
I think we had been flirting for sure, and he
Okay.
was like telling me about his gay trauma, and me as an 18-year-old was like trying to take care of him. And
Oh, no.
Yeah, I guess I've always been kind of daddy vibes, to be quite honest. And because then I think the first time we didn't have anal sex, maybe we just did blowjobs and stuff. And his whole thing was like, he only dated young college guys because he was straight during college and he wanted to like have that experience. And me as an 18-year-old was like, yeah, that's totally normal. That's like totally not a predatory thing at all,
I mean, that's like a weird, like, knowing what your trauma is and like, I'm still gonna do it.
Yeah.
Wow.
But then then maybe like the second or third time I topped him.
I was gonna say, did he fuck you or did he fuck
I
you?
topped him. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was it established that he wanted to get fucked by you? Like, do you know what I mean? Or did he like pretend to be a top?
I don't even know if I like knew like top and bottom. I mean, obviously I was like watching porn, so I probably did, but
You had an inkling that
Yeah.
one of them.
I think I was so excited for any sort of gay experience that I don't necessarily know if we
Yeah.
like really specified what was going to happen. Wow. Yeah.
And how was it?
It was good.
Yeah.
It was good. Yeah. You looking back on it, I have some thoughts.
Wait, like what?
Well, just that, now I'm 30, and it was a crazy power dynamic that he was like 47 and I was like 18 years
18.
old, and I was just had nobody to talk to about being gay, and like he kind of like took me into his and wanted me to, and he was so kind and stuff.
Yeah.
But then it kind of looking back, I was like,
That's not
feels a little
not cool.
Yeah.
Manipulative.
Yeah.
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 Taking advantage of someone who's super stupid.
Right. Right. Which,
No, it's
that's on
like-
me. That's on me.
No, just literally immature.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Did you fall in love with him?
no, I didn't.
Okay.
I think by that time I was like, this is kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I couldn't imagine. I think I was also focused on being in a relationship with a boy that he didn't really fit that, like having to introduce him to my
Oh my God.
parents and they're like the same age was like not going to be the vibe.
At this point, did your friends or your parents know that you were gay?
None.
Okay.
Nobody.
When
Yeah,
did you
this
come
was
out?
super secret. I came out when I was 20 to my
Okay.
friends and then 23 to my parents.
Oh,
it took
wow.
a while. Yeah.
Okay.
When'd you come out?
I had a soft coming out when I was 16, like to my friends, and then 18 to my parents.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
Yeah.
That's nice. And your parents were like,
fine.
okay.
My mom cried because she was scared my life was going to be harder.
And was it?
Well,
See, it's always
I was
better.
at 18. I was like in my twink, like I was like learning how to manipulate people,
Yeah.
like men, not people, men.
Yeah.
No,
You were
I remember
little.
when she was crying, that I was like, my life is dope. Like you don't need to be worried about that. But I see where she was coming from now.
Yeah. My mom kind of said something similar. Yeah. And I was like, no, this is going to make me so much happier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love being gay.
Making men shake their ass for me is going to make me so
Much happier.
And it does. Absolutely. If I'm having a bad day, that's all I'm like, can you twerk for me a little bit? And the smile
Wow.
comes on my face.
Wait, is Daniel Radcliffe your type?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I think it was just I didn't see naked men ever.
Sure.
That it was like.
Do you have a
moment.
type?
Yeah, I think so a little bit. It's big butts.
Oh,
And
really?
Yeah, I love a big butt. And then.
And then just anything else around it.
And then like nice smiles. And then this is physical type.
Yeah.
And then
I don't care about anything
yeah,
else. No,
right.
I'm kidding.
fuck the
What,
personality.
you talking about their spirit?
Yeah. What's your type?
It's in flux.
Hmm.
It used to be guys taller or bigger than me, which is like a standard
Hmm.
thing. And I don't think I'd ever be in a long-term thing. I don't even know how I feel about long-term relationships, but smaller than me doesn't usually awaken much, if that makes sense. I like to be the smaller one.
Got it. Yeah.
Vague.
That makes sense. I can go either way on the height.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't matter.
probably
to
doesn't
me,
bother.
But yeah.
As long as that fat ass is
As
jiggling.
long as that fat ass is there. Do you have any like kinks or things that really like get you going?
I mean, I have said for a while now I love like a veiled boner instead of like an exposed boner. So I do like
like the
sweatpants
mystery?
season and like seeing like an outline. I like balls, I think. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I like respectfully rough, where it's like it's very like playful. It's not like scary.
Right. It's
Do you know what I
not
mean?
like attempted murder. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
fully not gonna die.
Yeah.
I like
and again,
that.
like I like the whole dom sub thing. I think because it is like freeing to be told what to do.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that. I like to think like I'm a gentle dom.
That's great.
Like I like being directive, like assertive and telling them like do this and do that. But then I'm really not into pain at all.
Good.
Either
Or not
receiving
good, but
or
yeah.
giving it or anything like that. So
That's so
and then,
sweet.
Yeah, and I like love back tickles and like scratches.
Are you a
and,
cuddler?
big cuddler?
Big cuddler?
Big cuddler.
Like before, after, during, or like specifically after? Or just in general?
You know, in general, I like love long sessions of sex.
Okay.
So like let's have a few sessions and then like we can cuddle in between, we can talk. Like let's have a good time. Let's hang out, let's chit chat, let's fuck.
Are you coming several times?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Do you come all the time?
Like, brag on here? Is that okay? I don't have very many skills, right? Obviously, you know that. I don't have very many talents, but I
That's not
think
true.
the one thing that I am good at is sex. And I
Okay.
think I have some superpowers.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you care to list them?
Can
Anything?
I? Like,
Yes.
it just feels like I'm really flexing on
I'm
here.
just gonna triple check my computer. Wait, just stay there. I just want to make sure. Yeah. Okay. I wanted to. My computer screen went to sleep. I wanted to make sure that I was still okay. What are your sex superpowers?
Okay.
I assume you have a big dick.
I can I say that?
Yeah.
I have a big dick.
I know.
love my dick. I have
Okay.
a beautiful, symmetrical, big dick and ginormous
Prove it.
balls.
Stop. Yeah, I
Yeah.
like you and
Yeah.
probably low hangers.
Low hangers.
Nice.
Yeah. I get a lot like they like the way it
clap, clap,
the clap,
clap.
exactly, that they can feel it slap against. And then I can come multiple times without stopping, like one after the other. It's like the wiring is wrong, is messed
Stop.
up inside of me.
Do you have an orgasm every time?
Yeah, it's
And
amazing.
Do they get bigger?
No.
Does it get
The
harder to come?
It does get harder to
Okay,
come
okay.
every time, but
And big loads?
and big loads. And
Are you like a distance guy? Like a rope.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm and it's I think it's because it's like there's a lot of fluid. I think I'm producing extra fluid, which now sounds disgusting.
I mean, there's
Um,
someone who's absolutely
into that fluid.
I mean, I have guys message all the time like, I get so hard listening to your podcast. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. And then like my last superpower is I stay hard.
Oh, after
yeah.
you come.
Yeah.
See, that's ideal because for me, I need the guy to come first because once I've come, I like don't like to get fucked much longer. Does that make sense? So like if they were to come but stay hard so I could come second, it's how to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I like to give the option to the person. Like you can come before, you can come
Come
after, we can come.
I could take it to go. I gotta get you a doggy bag.
Absolutely.
Wait, do you have a favorite way to come?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I like to come inside someone.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. I do like that. It feels nice. It's warm in there, you know? Feels
There's
like
also-
home.
There's also probably like some evolutionary thing where you're like,
Right.
this is where it's supposed to go,
totally.
deep in their colon.
Yeah. I sometimes think that, like, that I'm like actually I'm straight, but like
and you're
my,
impregnating.
Yeah, but my brain wires are messed up that I like think. Yeah.
I gotta get this
Yeah. it's-
up in there.
Yeah. And like that's why like a fat ass is just like it just is like, oh, these are gonna be some good birthing hips or something.
Oh my God, that's incredible.
Yeah.
We left off though in your no. That was a great segue. We left off when you were coming out to your parents at 23. Have you been are you relationship oriented, or are you mainly what's your like relationship status been like?
Well, right now I'm single.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like I'm your type right now. Now that you know that I have big balls and you just said that.
I mean, I have a tiny ass, so it won't, it won't work.
But I am relationship. I'm such a slut.
The way you said it and
I'm
then
such a
immediately
slut.
recanted. I'm relationship. Well,
I was in a 5-year relationship with another top, believe it or not. Yeah,
What was that like?
A lot of hand jobs.
Really?
A lot of
you
hand
must have been
jobs.
very much in love.
Oh, he was a good guy. Yeah.
Wait, but why? Okay, that fast. And you were closed or open?
We were open at the end. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like, how long were you just jerking each other off
A long time.
and not blowing each other?
No, and blowing each other.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, and then, like, I'm a top, but I would, in that relationship, we would, not even that much, would
Bottom for each other?
Yeah, bottom every once in a while for each other.
Just like,
yeah, like, so like, when I say
was he tall and skinny with a big dick too?
he was a little thicker.
Okay.
Yeah. But same, like, a little taller, and he had a big dick. Yeah. And he, where was I going with that? Oh, yeah. When I say I have talents, like, that's only when it comes to topping.
Sure.
When it comes to bottoming, like, I look like a feral cat, like, arch, like, humpback, or just it's
uncomfortable,
absolutely terrible. Terrible.
Well, you can't be good at everything.
Totally.
Fucking Jake.
Well, verse people. There's
I
verse
don't
people.
trust him.
Really?
I mean,
Do you believe?
I'm
Do you believe it now?
so I'm aspiring bisexual, so I have to hit verse, I think, on the way to
I
that.
love that for you.
Yeah. Doesn't that sound nice to be like open to like, or I
you-
guess I should say pansexual or whatever, but
Are you trying to get pegged?
that's definitely not like at the forefront of my mind.
But you're into. But you
like,
could be into it.
I love the concept of like making out with a girl and wanting to have sex with her. Like me putting my dick in her.
Wow.
I don't know. People have been doing it for a while.
Yeah, no.
And they seem to like it.
Yeah, a lot of people do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've made out with so many girls
Oh. Like,
over like the course of my life.
like even in your later years.
Oh, my later years, my dwindling as the sun sets on my life. No. That was, you're right to ask that. No, college
Okay.
and
Yeah.
like in early 20s was like making out with girls randomly. Too much cocaine. Let's make out.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like my making out with girls has really slowed in the last 5 years. But yeah, when you're like 20,
And you're
it
like,
doesn't. Yeah.
It's like a party trick.
I feel like I'm kind of getting straighter the older I get.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why. I mean, I'm very
Explain.
good.
Oh, because you're a top.
Yeah, and I just am like, we're all people, you know? Like,
Yeah.
sometimes somebody will just do it for me.
Okay.
I haven't had sex with a girl, but
Well, there's still time.
yeah, there's still time, hopefully.
Yeah.
you know.
Well, I'm not going to kill you if that's what you're worried about.
You know, climate change and all that. We don't know.
Oh my God. Wait, do you think you'll like drink and do drugs again if the world is actively ending?
Oh, maybe like Molly or something. I don't
think
know.
only like if it's like you're dying in the next 4 hours, like you should make it as painless as possible. Then I'd probably do it. But other than that, no.
But if there was like only 4 hours left, I think I would want to be like the most connected to the people that I'm leaving.
Oh.
I know.
Ew, why did I ask this
I
question?
don't know.
Fucked up. Okay, wait. So you were with a top. Okay.
Okay,
you,
yeah.
You were a relationship.
Oh
It's
yeah,
so-
sorry. I think I'm a slut. But
I like that word.
But I do like having somebody to talk to and hold. And, you know, I think my ultimate goal would be to find another slut who wants to have sex with me.
Yeah.
And we just have a lot of sex together. And I
Have you
guess they're
come-
my boyfriend.
Have you come close to that ever?
No.
That's a thing.
Yeah, no. And I think with my 5-year relationship, I was so young when I got into it and he was older. And gosh, a lot of older people in my life. That he kind of set the pace and tone, and I was kind of scared to tell him like
What you wanted.
what I wanted. Yeah. And now I'm not at all, obviously. So
You're not scared of shit.
Oh no.
Except for the future.
Yeah, which we all should be.
Because I love the concept of relationship and the way you just defined it, like a friend that you're like intimate with and want to have sex with and hang out with.
Mm-hmm.
That does sound amazing. I've never really come close to that.
Yeah, and I think I have amazing friends in the city that really fill a lot of my buckets, emotional buckets, that I don't. If you're not gonna like bring it, then I'll just have sex with you, and then I have my friends that are gonna be my emotional support.
We're very similar.
Yeah, you feel the same way.
Yeah, because I'll often be on a date with a guy and be like, I'd rather be hanging out with my friends right now.
Yeah, that happens all the time. Or just hanging out by myself.
Preach.
Right.
This is the other thing. I don't think I've ever been lonely. Like I'm like, I have so much that I want to do and accomplish. And like, if not that, I'll read, or if not that, I'll watch something, you know what I mean? Go for a walk. Like the activities I could do with myself are endless. So like,
Same.
unless you are literally like enhancing my life,
Oh my gosh. If this is draining, like,
no.
yeah.
If it's work, like kind of right out the gate, no.
Right.
No me gusta.
So, yeah. So, kind of what I've been doing since I've been single, it's been 2 years.
Since the top?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Over 2 years is I try to find like a few guys that I connect with. And then that's kind of like my roster.
Love that.
But nobody has really like gotten to next
MVP.
level. Yeah.
Are any of them
I was gonna say, what's your
situation?
Yeah.
I was with a guy for 8 months. We broke up in October. But every time I'm in a relationship, I feel like I'm like kind of pretending.
In what way?
In like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to do.
And what, like,
I give you no information. I'm like, good luck.
just pretending and everything.
No. It's just like, I don't know. Because again, like I don't feel like lonely. I don't feel, yes, I like want to build with someone and like I want friendship vibes, but I do like sex too. So it sounds great if that's in the same person and like, oh, like this is so much fun. But like oftentimes it's like, oh, they're hot but kind of annoying, or hot but dumb, and then like
Right, that's me.
hot but dumb and annoying. But yeah, I get 3.5 dates in or hangs in, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't. If they ask me about blank one more time, I'm gonna kill both of us.
Right. It's hard.
Yeah. Or it's like a guy who's like so stimulating mentally, and I like don't want his dick like
Inside you.
down my throat. So, but I'm also very like, I'm chill and happy, and like life is a highway.
Cars are friends.
Cars, yeah.
Do you feel like you've ever been able to be yourself with a past partner and not pretend?
Yeah. It's always more so.
That was not
I mean, no, it's
convincing.
just like, I think I'm most myself when I'm by myself.
Yeah. That's the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've been like letting go of like the pressure of being in a relationship. That's what I've been working on.
That's great.
So like when we broke up in October, I was kind of like, oh, weight's kind of been lifted. Like I get to like do my thing.
That's freeing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again,
and it sounds like that wasn't the right person if that's the way you felt.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I find it fascinating that you are a top who's in the longest relationship I've ever heard of
5
with
years.
another top.
Isn't that sad?
No, it's not. It's just fascinating.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's maybe because I'm a bottom in real life, you know?
Bottom in the streets, top in the sheets.
Yeah. And that we really clicked like on a friend and an emotional level, that the sex kind of came secondary. And maybe that's why I'm a slut now, is because I really
You're putting sex first.
Yeah, I'm putting sex first.
Do you foresee sex staying like super exciting and super first place in a long-term relationship? Because I always ask people that too.
No.
Right?
It's just, I think it's like, I'm going to say stupid to think that.
Okay. I mean, I'm just saying, but
Just
then
like, it's so hard. Like, you're going to be 20 years in and like sex is still like the number one thing. I don't think so. I mean, I would love to find that if you are that person, you've like won life, I think.
Yeah. So, but then like, don't they transition into like more of a friend?
Yeah. And then it's like figuring out how to keep it exciting and all that.
And it's like, or it's like, has this run its, I think I'm really into short-term relationships.
Yeah, like especially I just like, do you know a older gay couple that like has lasted like 30 years, 20 years?
Yes, but not without like being so open and basically become business partners.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, we have a place in here and a place in there. My boyfriend, stays with us and his boyfriend stays with, like, I'm like, oh, you guys are just kind of like companions.
Totally.
Which no shade. Like
Yeah.
that's, if that works for you. But I hate when I talk to people who have been with someone for like 8 years and like, yeah, the last 4 have been really rough. I'm like, I don't want to be in a rough relationship for 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Full stop.
Totally. And so it's like kind of pack it up and move out, you know?
Yeah.
And I do feel like gays are better at that than other groups of people. Like, gays are like, okay, on to the next.
Yeah.
Which is, there's problems with that too. But yeah, no, I think part of like I was probably in my relationship too long. We weren't compatible in that way. And it was probably time to, end it. And it's so hard.
Yeah.
To
Your
do
lives
that.
are interwoven and like, what if it gets better? Or like what, like he's so great.
Yeah.
But it's like, that doesn't mean you should stay with them.
Totally.
Just because they're great.
Totally.
Let's play a round of hot or not.
Okay.
So I pitch things and you tell me if you find them hot or not.
And are you going to say what you think about it too?
I can.
Okay. I want to hear yours too.
I have a feeling I know that you'll like this one, but spanking.
Not.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, you have this big, juicy, fat ass,
Yeah.
and you don't like spanking it?
I'm
not trying to pressure you into saying something.
No. I think it's because of the pain thing. Like I'm not into pain.
Oh.
I will smack an ass 1,000%. Like if it's hot, but I'm not gonna like repeatedly smack your ass till it like
bad boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Cum.
Hot. Yeah. Comes hot.
Where, like, would you have a favorite place? You like to come in someone. Do you like people coming on you?
Oh yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like where?
Anywhere.
Oh, anywhere.
Yeah. Like I think it's hot when somebody's riding me and
they
then
come on your chest?
Yeah, that's really hot.
The splash zone.
The splash zone.
Like,
Yeah.
watch your, yeah.
Yeah.
You must love the concept of your dick triggering an orgasm.
Oh my gosh!
So
I just
you
had
are
this
a passive top, I think.
a passive top.
Uh-huh.
In what way?
In like a use my dick sort of way,
Oh.
or no?
Yeah. No. Like
Okay.
I'm not like I'm like gonna fuck you.
You're active.
Like I'm gonna fuck you. You're gonna have like it's.
I thought you said no pain.
Yeah. No. Like in like the best way.
Okay.
You're gonna like. I'm fucking you because you've like we've communicated it and you've like told me like I want to get fucked. Like a
Okay.
slut, and then I'm gonna do that.
Uh-huh.
But the best is when you fuck somebody and they come without touching themselves. Like you fuck the cum out of them. That I feel like a fucking sex god when that happens.
It sounds like you might be one.
And that is just like.
Has it
that's the
happened a
best.
lot in your life?
No.
Okay.
No.
I'm sure it's very tricky.
Yeah, you got it. I think some people are able to do it and some people aren't and all that. And it just kind of, the right circumstances, the planets have to align.
I was
all
going to
that.
say, those
Right.
sexual experiences, like sometimes you're both on the same page. You're both like right there. And other times it's like, I'm in my world, he's in his world. We're both trying to like get to the finish line.
Totally. Yeah.
Feet.
Neutral. Can I
Okay.
be neutral on something?
Yeah. if you want.
I've like stuck some feet in my mouth when they're clean.
I don't know. Are everyone's toes like sensitive? Because when guys have sucked on my feet,
Oh my gosh,
Like,
it feels
it's-
so good, right?
yeah,
it feels
in like
great.
a crazy way.
Yeah.
But I think it's because like our feet have never been like treated to like a warm, wet area. Like we're like bumping them into like tables and like walking on asphalt, but never
Totally.
putting them in like a fucking like wet cave.
Yeah. We should make shoes that are kind of like inside the shoe. It's a wet cave, a
You, like,
moist wet
keep-
cave.
You have to like keep putting water in
Yeah.
it.
It's like a heater seater, but for your feet and they're moist.
Okay, no
I'm
one
into
take
that.
that. No
Yeah.
one take that.
Yeah. claim that.
Threesomes and or group sex.
I've actually never had group sex.
Okay,
But yeah, hot for sure.
but you have had threesomes.
I have, yeah.
What's your ideal dynamic in a threesome? Are you the guest star,
1,000%.
and are they both bottoms,
is it not
or are you
clear?
tag
Oh
teaming
my
one
God,
of them?
both bottoms. But I'm down for like it doesn't matter in that case. But that's like some fantasy shit there.
Oh, really?
2 bottoms just waiting for me. Oh, are you serious?
You could have that again. Maybe I'm misinterpreting what the scene is like in LA, but I feel like you could have that. Do you want me to help you coordinate
Oh
it?
please.
I'll like wedding plan it.
Oh, I would love that.
I'll be like, your 530s are here.
I'm really into like having like the sex be curated a little bit. Like I mean we've talked about our California Kings before this, but like I have a California King. I like the temperature to be warm. I like it to be like the lighting to be right, the candles to be there.
Yeah.
The right like
By
music.
candlelight.
Like, yeah, I want my bottoms to feel really comfortable and really sexy and like feel like they're most confident, because that's honestly when you have the best sex is
Yeah.
when everybody feels like they're on the same page, the communication's great, and like the vibes and the like comfortability is there, right?
I think you're getting a lot of fans right now.
I hope so. Hit me up.
You don't like choking because that's like pain,
I don't not.
and hair pulling is also like that. Like
I'll do some light choking if you're into it. I just really don't want to like feel like if I kept going you would die. Like that's not hot for me.
well, there's also like a really great middle ground of like a tops like kind of like firm grasp like anywhere,
yeah. Oh yeah.
because it's almost comforting because they're like, I've got you.
Yeah, I'm into that. I'm definitely into making sure that my partner feels like the pressure and feels like held and touched and all that. Yeah, like I want you to feel like I got you, but then I'm not interested in like hurting you.
Sure.
It's a safe space. It's a safe space, babe.
Okay, sex outdoors.
Hot depending where.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have like an ideal outdoor sex space?
Yeah, like cliffs over the ocean kind of
Ooh.
sounds nice.
Mine is, since you asked,
Yeah.
like renting a cabin in like Arrowhead or Big Bear and being on the deck. So it's like the right amount of like nature, but also like not like bugs and dirt.
And you could like kind of get to a shower quick if you needed it.
And the stars.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, I think I want to copy all of that except for it's like a warmer climate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they have summer in those spaces.
Yeah. Yeah. I just feel like cabin vibes.
Oh, it means winter.
Yeah.
There's
But-
something to me about like I had like a really intense sexual experience with at Burning Man. Like I had a Burning Man boyfriend. We were like inseparable the whole week, and like it gets so cold at night, but we would cuddle so closely in his tent
nice.
that it was like it was primal because it felt
Yeah.
very like we're keeping each other
Yeah.
warm.
I like when you feel like you're connecting to your like ancestors in sex, the primalness of it. I love it. I have like this fantasy of like having crazy, maybe even romantic sex in front of like an open fireplace, like in front of the fire, like on like a
The bearskin rug.
faux fur. Faux fur for sure.
Yeah.
We're not gonna kill a bear here.
The bear's already dead. No.
True.
I love a fireplace.
Same.
And I love a
Something
hot tub.
oh my God. Don't
your
even get
pool,
me
honestly,
started on hot tubs.
Hot tub.
Yeah.
That's on the vision board for like when I like get my first like property. Hot tub.
Oh my God.
My
we have
sister-
this, I feel like we are kindred spirits in so many ways. This is, I literally say I want to have a fireplace and a hot tub and a California King. And those are all.
We have 2 California Kings. My sister just like kind of, this is too long of a story. She just moved into a house and the person's getting a hot tub put in the backyard.
Amazing.
She's in LA. Voyeurism. Watching people. Yeah, hot. Exhibitionism, being watched.
Depends on who's watching.
Okay, so you do, it's like curated for you then.
Yeah.
So, oh my God. So would you get off on fucking another guy's bottom?
1,000%.
And he's like,
It's like some cuckold
sitting
shit.
in the,
but
yeah.
I'm kind of into that for sure.
And he's like watching you be really nice and like loving. You're like stroking his face.
What the sick part is, it's like, no, he's watching his boyfriend's face like in pure ecstasy.
Yeah, coming without touching himself.
Yeah, that's like what I get off on. Like, yeah, that's some fucked up. There's some probably childhood trauma there, and I'm not quite sure what it is, but
Listen,
I really like these power dynamics, I guess.
I think a lot of people do. And I think it's great that you are like examining what your like kinks are.
Sure.
A lot of people go through life with blinders on, like, you know?
Self-awareness is so important, especially in sex. Knowing what you like, what you don't like, having those good
Communicating.
boundaries.
People think communicating is like a boner shrinker sometimes.
I don't get that at all.
I know, because if anything, talking, because it can be in sext form. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, you can literally be communicating leading up to the experience. Like, do you like this? Or like,
Totally.
what? You know what I mean? And it can be like, it can build.
Or even during sex, like saying what you like and having that moment where you're not like fully in it and you're like actually getting information back, and then having really amazing sex because of that like 20-second moment.
Yeah.
Is worth it.
Yeah.
Like, people should get over it. Like, who cares if you have to ask or tell somebody
Or, like,
what you like?
Wait, can we switch? I don't love this position.
Yeah. Like, amazing. I'm like, hell yeah, let's do something else. Like, this is supposed to be your time where you're like connected to your body,
Yeah.
and having a great ass time.
Great ass
Because I
time.
need that like 10 out of 10 review on Yelp.
Yeah, you
know?
do.
Yeah.
We're almost done. Oh, fuck, I had a really good one. And it just left. No. PDA. That wasn't it, but
Hot. I grew up in a family that didn't know PDA, and I think so at first I thought PDA was crazy because I just never saw it. But I'm like totally somebody who wants to sit on the same side of the booth as you at a restaurant. Yeah. I know that's like so annoying, but it's just like, come here, like let's hold hands, let's like cuddle, let's kiss. And I think I've never really had that like super crazy like kind of high school romance where it's just like so over the top, like you're into that kind of sounds fun a little bit.
I think a lot of gay guys were deprived that in the sense.
Yeah. What do you think about PDA?
Again, I love conceptually, I love it. I don't want to watch people put their tongues down each other's throats necessarily.
Yeah.
Like, especially in a non-sexual space. Like at a bar even, I don't care. Like if I'm
Sure.
at the Cheesecake Factory, like I don't necessarily want to see like a deep makeout session.
What if they're really hot?
Then yeah.
Okay. Especially
Or
in
if it's
front-
me, like then it's fine.
Yeah.
You should be happy for me,
Totally.
families.
Yeah.
But I do think there's nothing sexier than like checking in with the person that you're there with. Like it's that whole vibe of across the party, like they're talking to someone, you're talking to someone, you catch eyes and kind of like wink, nod, communicate a little bit, or like they just like touch like lower back, or like just like kind of like check in, you know? I think
Totally.
that's very like sexy.
That is sexy.
Yeah.
I like that. Are you into public? Like getting finger banged. Sorry, I used the word finger banged.
That's good. That's on tape and audio. That's not going anywhere.
Can't believe I said that. In a Cheesecake Factory. Like, would that be kind of sexy fun?
Oh, okay. So I do not like the concept of getting caught. So as long as there's
really? I'm kind of into that.
really,
Yeah, but
I don't want to go to
finish.
jail. I don't want to get like
so true.
Yeah, I don't want like
So
any
true.
sort of like you have to come with us. You're sex offenders now. Like that freaks me out. But like sly stuff like that. Like I have this like weird, I think, fantasy about like meeting my friends for brunch and like we're like waiting in line for our table and the dude I'm with is like, will you come suck me off in the bathroom really fast? And like we go and do that and then get back in line with our friends.
Sounds incredible.
Yeah, that sounds like the perfect amount of like public, but it's like in a locked single bathroom.
So you can't. It's not like public at all.
Yeah, I mean, but it's like a public
Place.
space.
Right.
And like your friends don't have to know that you just like, you know, sucked off you're a dude.
Mm-hmm. Are you pretty shy to your friends about that kind of stuff?
No.
I like tell all my friends.
Yeah.
I'm like, that just happened.
I tell thousands of people a week.
Yeah.
I used to start
Good
all these
point.
episodes with like a sexcapade of mine,
Mm.
but I haven't done that this year.
Do you have any recent sexcapades you want to share?
I'm trying to think. Oh, I got a blowjob like a week and a half ago from this daddy.
Amazing.
He was like 6'4", ripped, tatted, and he had like one of those like they're like ski masks, but like spandexy, almost like a La Lucha Libre, like a tight like
He was wearing
mouth.
it. Oh, like a leather kind of, but
Yeah, but not leather. It was like
But that was the vibe. Like it was like.
he was wearing that.
Yeah. Cool.
And he actually had a huge dick, but I was very clear about like I just wanted to get a beach.
And you didn't give him one.
No.
Amazing.
No.
You were like the first guy on the bluff.
Mm-hmm.
You just walked. You're like thanks and walked right away.
Except I'm so communicative. Like literally with guys, if it's like a blowjob situation, I'm like, is this okay with you? I'm just looking for this thing.
And that's all we can ask for. Seriously, consent and communication.
Yes. Okay. The last thing is, what is a piece of advice you'd give to young Jake before he began his sexual journey?
Ooh. I would say before my sexual journey.
Yeah. Or just like when your younger self in regards to what's going to happen in your relationship and sex life.
I would say like tell more people what's going on in your sex life. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. And if anything, people will help you along the way and they'll be able to share their sexual experiences. So you don't get into these experiences with older people that probably isn't the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think I had so much shame about that like I didn't tell people. Like I don't think most of my friends even know about that story, just my close ones. But yeah, I wish I had like more of a community back then of like I'm a sexual being, and that probably has to do with like also the religious upbringing about how sex is never talked about. And it's so shameful to like bring up sex or anything like that. So if I could just know that it's not, I think that would have been really helpful.
I love that.
Yeah. Do you want to share yours?
Oh my gosh. Probably along the same lines. Stay as safe as possible.
That's a great one.
Don't do anything you don't want to do.
Another great one.
Yeah. And don't be afraid to like offend someone. Like kind of communication.
Wow. I want to steal all those.
Well, little Jake can have them.
Yeah. I think I wish I would have done all three of those things better when I was younger.
It's tough.
Yeah. It's hard to like have a voice when you're.
Especially when you're like a young person. You're like trying to be respectful. I was more of like a passive, like bottomy type. So it's like, oh, like, you know,
Totally.
he's the bigger, like, he knows more.
Totally.
I'm dumb.
Totally.
Yeah. Where do you want people to find you? And if so, what's a place to find you?
Yeah, if you're a fat ass bottom, I'll just drop the number. No, you can find me on Instagram at Jake Hart, Hart. And that's all the social I have.
Great.
Yeah.
It's a good social.
Thank you.
You haven't posted them forever, but it's a good social.
I'm going to try to get back on my social game.
Do you have anxiety about posting?
I think it was so much with modeling and stuff that I got kind of over it, and it was so curated, and like I had agents be like, delete that photo, and it would be like me with my like two best friends, and I'm like, really? And they're like, because it's a business and all that, so I get that. So it just kind of turned me off from like, I'm like, this isn't even real.
Yeah.
But
this
yeah,
is a different thing.
Yeah, you'll see me with short hair from 2020. That's the last photo.
Yeah, you will. Thanks for doing this.
Thank you for having me. Yeah. Thank you for topping me on my first podcast.